to take a drink, please do. But no, I'm so glad to see you on Person of Interest, just because I loved you on Angel, and I thought, oh my gosh, she's so amazing, she might disappear. And then, oh no, you came back for another reading show, and then this year, you're on almost every single show.
Hey, that's my question.
She's on Grimm. She's on Once Upon a Time. Now she's on Person of Interest. So how does it be? I mean, you've always been an incredible actress, and you've been prolific, but now it seems like you're blowing up. Every time I look around, there's Amy Acker.
Thank you. It's funny because it really does all go back to Angel. Jonathan Nolan and his wife were Angel fans, and so they thought of me because of watching like the Fred Illyria switch, and even, I mean, all of the writers from Angel have gone on to make their own shows. So Jane is on Once Upon a Time, and David Greenwald on Grimm, and yeah, David never asked me to be on those. I don't know. Maybe we should talk to him. I'll send Root over to him. Oh yeah. I feel really lucky that all of these writers who I've had relationships with for so long are going on to do great things and then remembering me and casting me in all these different fun roles.
I have to admit, I'm a little concerned because last year the great villain was Elias, and he was amazing, and then, they put him in prison, but luckily he's coming back. And I thought, oh my gosh, she's doing an excellent job with Root, but with every single great villain, they eventually have to capture her. So what episode have you filmed so far?
I've only filmed the 2 that have aired.
Okay.
So I'm coming back for...
I'll take care. Where's Jonathan?
So I was going to ask about your art.
Maybe I just have a change of heart.
All right, yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. When I first showed her the Root episode, she hated it. Tell her.
Tell her. Say that.
I don't know why.
My mom
She's
hated
right there. Tell
too.
Root.
But I think that's a testament to your excellent acting ability.
She's like, I don't like that character. Tell her.
I'm not supposed to be liked. I guess
But
that's
your hair's
a good
different.
thing. That is, I know. So they had the character of Root already.
Right, they had the black kid in the episode 9, right?
Or I think,
10 or
13.
13.
And so they called me and said, we want you to play this character. We're going to send you the episode that's already aired about her. And I had cut, I've always had that exact hairdo, and I had cut my hair about a week before. So they put in,
Your husband,
fake hair and make it long.
Your husband was in episode 2, right?
He was, it's 2 or 3.
Yeah, the
one of them.
security, the doorman guy?
He was, yes. Yeah.
Ah, you know that one.
It was fun because he loved working on the show, and he was like, "That's my favorite job I've ever had." He thought Jim was just the most awesome guy in the world, and they became like good friends. And then when I got to do multiple episodes, he was so happy, but he was a little bit jealous. He's like, "That's not fair. That's the best show ever."
But Root is coming back.
Root is coming back.
Okay.
What can we expect from Root for the future?
I am excited to find out too. They really haven't told me much. I think it's pretty obvious that Finch is in love with me.
Yes.
So maybe a wedding, or I don't know.
I can envision that. Yes, clearly digital. Yes.
No, I don't know. That's the problem is what you said. The problem I'm afraid of is that I'm obviously bad, and at some point. I don't think they're too happy even about what I've done to them, to both of them. So I think that I'm going to have to be pretty smart to get away from them if that's possible.
That would be lovely. I was happy when you escaped at the end. I thought, oh yes, we'll see her come back and do her rendition again for another day. So
Yeah.
I wonder what did Root have, what was her background? What was her job? They don't tell you about the character?
Well, what you found out in the last
she was
episode
a little girl,
that aired is the little girl,
and
she's kind of taken on the personality. She sort of took on the personality of her friend who had been murdered.
Was she like a IBM dropout or something like that?
Well, the episode 13 that was not the one I was actually in, but you see her kind of like it's almost like a murder for hire kind of thing. She's out to get that guy, and she's doing it. So
they didn't tell you about the character.
They haven't. So I think I feel like the show has all those all the flashbacks in it. So maybe they'll go in and kind of fill the blanks between.
Because I thought they told you, we're gonna get the character like your ex. IBM, whatever.
I
went
mean,
rogue,
obviously, I've known about computers since I was. That must have just been something that I was good at before. So.
No, I was glad. I'm like, yes, everyone learns beginner's wallpapers and about civil construction code when they're 9 back in the 80s. That was the thing in Logo. So, my other question, and it's just
Logo.
Yes, it was
Pascal.
on Logo. Yes,
Yeah.
Pascal High School.
Pascal, yeah.
I'm sure I'm older than you, so I'm showing my age now.
I'm 50.
I'm not older than you.
Kidding. Get to the root of your question.
I totally blanked on my question. So I'm going to pass it to you.
I'm going to you.
And hope that it comes back.
So, what are some of the stories that you can share with us? Anything from behind the scenes? Any interesting anecdotes from the show? Anything fun or
The
interesting?
funniest thing that happened to me personally was that because my husband had been on the show and him and Jim had become friends, one night at like 4 in the afternoon, Jim said, what's James's number? And I gave it to him. We were riding home at like 2 a.m. and I hear him talking to someone in like a funny voice and he was saying something about your wife and I was like, what is he doing? And then all of a sudden I kept getting all of these texts like, are you okay? Have you been kidnapped? And my husband had bad reception and he didn't, Jim's number was blocked obviously. So Jim was like saying, oh, I love your wife on the show, but somehow James thought that I had been kidnapped.
Oh no, that's great.
I was like, I wish I had been
Your
kidnapped by Jim
husband's
Caviezel.
You guys was there? Me too.
So, all right, now I remember my question. Although they haven't given you backstory on your question, I know that some actors go through that 50 character process. What does your character do on their favorite day? What do they do when they're children? What was your process? Because for episode 1 and 2, we see that gap between when Ruth becomes uber evil and when Ruth is a child. So did you create a backstory for why Ruth becomes super evil in between seeing her friend kidnapped and murdered by her librarian's husband?
Yeah, I mean, it's what I was mostly trying to figure out is because I am not computer savvy. Like, what does that mean, and like what do I know how to do, and how did I learn it, and that kind of stuff. And they, I do feel like that they're going to answer those questions more clearly. So they were sort of being sketchy about what information they were going to give me. They were like, look, you're this girl and it's interesting going into your backstory. And so they were like, so you'll find out. And then they give me that script. And so it's kind of like you can loosely make something and kind of go with it. That's the thing that's different about TV as opposed to
All right. So what else is on your plate after
with his wife.
moving person of interest continues? But what else is on your plate for this year?
Obviously dinner.
Dinner with,
Are we invited?
with Jonah
No.
and his wife. Yeah. I have Much Ado About Nothing.
Oh, excellent.
That's coming out. That Joss Whedon directed Much Ado About Nothing, and we shot it at his house.
Is that a remake?
It's the Shakespeare play.
Wasn't Keanu on one of those?
Yes, he did one.
Please, let's not mention
It's
that.
been
But that's one of my favorite plays. So.
Yeah, so it's really exciting. It was at the Toronto Film Festival and got picked up by Lionsgate, and it's going to be out in the spring. And it's fun if you're at all either a Shakespeare fan or a Whedon fan, because it's all, Nathan Fillion, Tom Link, Alexis.
It should be back on TV, like one of those comedies, like Two Broke Girls or something like that.
It's fun. This is a comedy, and I play Beatrice and get to do lots of pratfalls and just get to be funny. So I am hoping that gives me the chance to be. It's funny because Person of Interest is actually a really funny show.
Well, you're already in
Jim
Channel 2, so you got to branch out.
Yeah.
There's a lot
All
of
of these
comedy.
shows that they don't think of as funny are sometimes
Big
funnier
Bang,
than
you
the
gotta-
sitcoms.
Beatrice is a great character. Yeah, she
Yeah.
slaps him around.
So it'll be good. I'm excited to see what happens with it, but it'll be nice that it's going to be in theaters in the spring.
I'll look forward to it. I'll bring my Shakespeare group.
Yay!
That means me.
Okay. You got some reading.
Yes. All right. I
There you go.
don't think I have any more questions.
You know, it was a giveaway in that episode that you were kind of rude when you were fixing the elevator.
Oh.
Because, you know, no
That's
normal
what I
girl can
said.
do that stuff, you know? Like, any other girl would be like, hey, no.
So
You're like,
did you really know I was rude?
well, I started getting suspicion, and you were like, okay, I got it. I was like, how many girls know
I was
that?
trying to play dumb, like I'd already finished it. Oh, look, it worked.
I was actually surprised because I thought Root was perhaps Reese's original partner from
The CIA girl with the black hair?
kept doing the flashback scenes.
The flashback
So I
girl.
wasn't sure. I thought, who that woman is.
Because she had black hair.
Yeah.
And then you showed up. I was like, who's this character? Who is this person? She looks so nice. Look, she's killing people. So it's amazing. It's really like you're doing a great job.
Thank you guys so much.
No, I do agree with that. I mean, because Rude was rooting around in his brain, and I thought, well, she's a little too perceptive for a psychoanalyst. Why is she asking these questions? Normally, why are these people shooting at me? Yeah. So I did like that. It's more like I'm trying to think. Just that fanfic character who just knows more
Don't you love how
than
she
everyone
talks?
else around them. Yes.
The passion.
Yeah.
It's a great character, so I'm looking forward to seeing more. Yeah.
So, are you going to be in season 2? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So if I bring you like in the middle of the end or something.
Yeah.
Unite with Elias.
That'd be good
I
too.
don't
Where's
know.
Jonathan?
I don't think that we have a. From what I've gathered, I'm kind of on my own right now, but I wonder, maybe
She had her own money, remember? She paid the hit on
I
herself.
stole that guy's. Yeah.
Right, Elias pays people off. She had her own money.
She has a credit card now. She's
What's going on with Jonathan?
yeah.